some go that, please.
It's Week 18 of the NFL, and front and center is Irv Smith Jr. No one's been busier this season as he currently paces the NFL in receptions. It's the Bengals and the Eagles, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season. And we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at two different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. This is Brown going up the middle, and they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. But Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason, so now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't quite right. Get them healthy, get ready for the playoffs, make your move then.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Here we go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Burrow now off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They'll try and run for it with Brown. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Brown is in. Touchdown Bengals. And maybe starting the campaign for another Defensive Player of the Week award in the AFC.
Yeah, struck up the band, right? They're going to lead him along, and the band being that offensive line, he's locked into the rhythm of what they're doing up front, and he's definitely off to that great start, a second straight week.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. I thought the days of the fake extra point were numbered once they moved these kicks back to the 15. Apparently, I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was wondering who was ever going to try to do this. In fact, I quit wondering. I didn't think it would ever happen. Taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point, I didn't think anyone would ever call this.
And no return from Cooper. Out it'll go to the 25. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Hurts. He finds his man, complete. That's Barton. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing is Hurts. And that one goes incomplete on the drive. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. Here's Presley Harvin now. Charlie Jones deep for Cincinnati. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. What we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
Meanwhile, Burrow's field goal taken in by Smith. And they'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. 1st down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Running right, here's Brown. And the defense closes quickly there. They'll get maybe a yard to the 33. The Bengals have 13-3 now on the year. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, look, a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
This now a 3rd and 4. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football. Because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on. and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. You talk about this Bengals defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
Take those rankings, throw them right out.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Bengals will take over here at their own 12-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That one complete down the field to Smith. And just shutting him off there. Look at the big fella go. Inside the 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Irv Smith Jr. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Cooper is going to remain in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Now they're a little further behind the 8-ball after the interception led to the touchdown. So a 2-score deficit here, 1st and 10. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Once again, it's Swift. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And now a pause because we've got A.J. Brown dinged up on that last play, and they're going to have to get some medical attention to him. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run right here with Swift. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And a 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. You talk about this Bengals defense. They enter play 1 from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said, and Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Daxton Hill picks it off, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Another run for Brown on 2nd down. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now a 3rd and 6. Hurts sets up to throw it.
And this is going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 36 yards on the play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. An inside give, Brown. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Burrow. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, he was a busy man out the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
They will toss to Brown. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Right back to Brown. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to.
And that ball going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Eagles are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now Burrow on 1st down. He's got Smith here. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. They'll give this up the middle to Brown, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
They try and run for it here with Brown. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Chase Brown with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Bengals are able to widen their advantage. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to have a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no return from Cooper. Out it'll go to the 25. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
That is caught. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 45-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Hurts to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. They go play action with Hurts. A little juke, and he's going to come up a few yards short of the 1st. They get him to the ground at the 37.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try it now with Swift. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, it will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 22-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the option left, it's Hurts. Nifty move. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, a 22-yard scamper. And the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit. Elliott good on the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. So on 4th down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is. I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. On 2nd down, Swift. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sit through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's what he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. Jones on the return. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Bengals take over, 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the other guy was going to catch it. Was sitting in the 3rd row.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now it's Burrow. Got a man open. It's Chase. And he's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, an 18-yard touchdown grab. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, some strong running. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
In motion left goes Smith.
They'll fake it there on the jet sweep, and instead, here's Swift.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd down, here's the option. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Hurts going to keep it again.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that cuts this lead down to 13. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And a long run there in the end to top it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
As a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3-and-out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the...
Down the numbers. There he goes.
Now inside the 25. Jamar Chase.
Touchdown.
Jamar Chase
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Bengals are able to add on to that lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive.
Well, looky there. He's getting close to 1,000. I'm sure he knows where he stands. I bet if the offensive line didn't know, he made sure they knew. I'm closing in, guys. Final week of the season.
You know who really informed the offensive line? The offensive...
And oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he has to get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And the division title, that's out of reach. We know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
Partner's not out of the question, especially with the 7 seeds that they have now in the playoffs. If you do win and the other wild card teams win in the first round, you could find yourself with a home game in the divisional round. Now, we know that's not likely, but it's not out of the question. Bottom line, you have to win to put yourself in that position.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. And his pass incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Vita Vea, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Like my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable, but that time the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend.
Touchdown, Eagles! DeAndre Swift, 39 yards. And the Eagles get a bit closer. Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16. That time a 6-play drive. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. On the return is Charlie Jones. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board. And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
1st down, here's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, and he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's Brown on second down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now it's Burrow. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And he'll take it just outside the 40. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
And incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches.
Hurts.
This short throw caught by Goddard. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
The open man is Westbrook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll drop this one off to Swift.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Second down. Here's Hurts.
Dancing to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts.
A 15-yard touchdown run.
And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Kaiser White. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw is incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
To throw again on second down. Hurts.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get the momentum going again.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we've reached halftime in a wild. Only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs. So excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. And, Charles, I mean, look, you don't bench a starter of his caliber, but 4 first-half interceptions. How do you handle it from here?
Well, the easy thing is right away you try and run the football, take some pressure off of him. But, you know, the defense understands that as well. My second thing is give him throws that are safer, throws that he's confident in, the ones that he likes to make. And that way, you try and get his confidence back there.
Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. This is Brown going up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On second down, Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, 31 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. That's caught at the 2. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
On first down, Hurts. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Burton.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now a give, right side, Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth, and the Bengals will get the football back. Burrow now off the bootleg.